The past Mau Mau buried was now clawing its way to the surface, and this time it had a name. The man who spoke of her bloodline had vanished without another word. But the echo of his question lingered. Did Luomen ever tell you who your mother was? Mau Mau couldn't ignore it anymore. She returned to the memories she'd once sealed away, to the rooms filled with perfume and secrets. Now it felt like a pilgrimage to her own past. The bell above the door chimed, announcing her arrival. In that moment, Mau Mau saw not the stoic master, but a man weary from years of carrying a heavy load. The silence stretched, punctuated only by the crackling of the hidden stove. Then Luomen began his tale, his voice raspy with disuse. It was a story he kept buried for years, one that mirrored the pain etched into his bones. He spoke of a forbidden love, a liaison between a young noblewoman and a lowly entertainer. He spoke of her mother's ethereal beauty, her unmatched intellect, and the tragic flaw that led to her downfall. But inside, the air was heavy with unspoken words, years of repressed memories, and the scent of her mother. She learned of her mother's spirit, her indomitable will, and the sacrifices made to protect her. It was about the potential she inherited from her mother, the same potential that had once made Faiyu the most feared and respected courtesan in the red light district. Luomen had guarded not just her mother's memory, but his own heart, shielding it with stoic resolve. Love and loss were universal languages, and the bond between them, mother and daughter, was written in the stars. As Luomen spoke, fragments of a shattered past came together, forming a mosaic of truth. The pieces fit. The uncertainty that had plagued her steps now gave way to a newfound clarity. She was Faiu's daughter, yes, but she was also Mau Mau, a testament to the enduring strength of her bloodline. The past still whispered its secrets, but now she was ready to listen, to learn, and most importantly, to heal. The whispers in the corridors, the stolen glances, the weight of unspoken words. All of it made sense now. Luomen sat behind the counter, his face etched with the wisdom of ages and the burden of secrets. If Luomen had kept his love for her mother hidden for so long, who else in the vast palace walls knew the truth of her lineage? The game had changed, and Mau Mau found herself not just a pawn, but a queen in waiting, ready to claim her birthright. His eyes, however, held a youthful spark when they met Mau Mau's. To the women who spoke in riddles and smiled with pain in their eyes. And one name kept resurfacing, Faiyu, a name spoken only in whispers. The most desired courtesan of her time, elegant, elusive, dangerous. Mau Mau had never met her. But the more she asked, the more she saw traces of herself in Faiyu's legend. Sharp intellect, cold eyes, poisonous beauty. Could that woman once praised as a queen among Oiran truly be her mother? A seed of doubt planted by a mysterious stranger. Whispers of a legendary courtesan. A lineage of women with sharp minds and sharper tongues. Mau Mau found herself at a crossroads. The path of shadows or the path of truth. She chose the latter. Her destination, Lumen, the tea house where she'd sought solace after escaping the horrors of the war. She began cautiously, testing the waters, afraid to unleash the torrent threatening to spill. "Do you remember my mother?" she asked softly, her voice echoing with the weight of generations past. Lumen didn't respond immediately. He poured tea, the rhythmic clink of the teapot a counterpoint to the turmoil in Mau Mau's heart. When he finally lifted his gaze, his expression was unreadable. "What do you want to know?" Mau Mau hesitated. How could she phrase this so that the shattering wouldn't be too abrupt? "Why did you bring me here? Why did you become my teacher? Why?" Her voice cracked. She couldn't say the words. The mere thought of abandonment too painful to voice. Lumen sighed, the air leaving his lungs like a deflating balloon. Mau Mau listened, each word resonating within her like a struck chord. Finally, she understood why she'd been chosen, groomed, observed. It wasn't just about her unique heritage. With a start, Mau Mau realized she wasn't the only one who'd kept secrets all these years. As dawn broke, painting the sky with hues of rose and gold, Mau Mau felt a profound shift within her. But as the morning mist cleared, a new question arose.